Hey there, G3XE here, and today on Wargame Talk we're going to be talking about some 40k. So, as I'm going to showcase, is my 66 power Nurgle force that I've been playing games with and really enjoying. I actually didn't add any GW models to my collection building this army. I repainted old ones and then bought some third-party ones because I don't play. I play at Texas Toy Soldier, which is an awesome shop, and you know, if your opponent's cool with you using alternate sculpts, then you're good, and you know, we're pretty casual, or at least I am. So I'm gonna take you through the army. So let's start out with the HQ slots. Well, as you can see, the most domineering kind of centerpiece that I meant for the army is a new Demon Prince. Haven't come up with a name for him yet, but this guy could also function as a Demon Prince of the Horned Rat in AOS, because obviously he looks like a big horned goat slash rat slash something. He's got 3 arms, one of which is an extra arm from the Demon Prince kit, and then, actually 2 of which, and then one of them is a regular arm. This is a Reaper, this is a kit bash of a lot of Reaper bone stuff. So I'm very fortunate to live in Denton, Texas, where the Reaper store is. As far as I know, there are very few Reaper stores, and it's the place where they actually make the miniatures, but they have a store attached to it. And they have a bits box of miscast stuff, or stuff that, I don't know, missing pieces or what have you. So, for instance, his body was there, just didn't have an arm. And then I also got these wings there, and then I also got that head. So the head, body, and wings are all from different Reaper kits. I do not know what they were because they're not in boxes or anything. It's just a pile. But I was really happy. It took a lot of pinning and super gluing and stuff to get him like this, and you can still see some like imperfections if you look closely in real life and stuff. But I played a game with him, was very happy just how cool he seems, and he's my Demon Prince for this army. So now my other Demon Prince, whose name is Murphy Mind Morpheus / Murphy Mind Morph, he has a friend to hang out with. So, what up? So that is the Demon Prince. Then other HQs. This guy came from, it was one of the Dark Vengeance ones, right, with the double lightning claws. But I kind of broke off the talons of one of his power claws. And then so I was like, ah, shit. And then I was thinking about what I would do with him, because I didn't find it. It was, a lot of these models are from Dark Vengeance and the Dark Angels that I painted, but I'm not playing the Imperium at all. So you'll see that over here for a second. So I added a little like bit of a sprue onto his arm to make it look like a weird mutation, and then painted him all Nurgly, and he is my sorcerer of Nurgle. And his name is Petch Rottenclaw. Then this dude, don't know his name yet, but he's actually a HeroClix model that heavily converted, and was like, you know what, and I put the extra cape bit on him and then put him on a cool base, and because I had nothing else to use him for. So he is my Chaos Lord of Nurgle. And you know, I mean, I might not run him in certain things, but it's just kind of cool to have. So those are the HQs. Let's see, elites. Well, really, because this Death Guard, Plague Marines don't count as elites, they count as troops. We'll go ahead and do them though anyway. This is another Shelby, which is a Hellbrute, but my original Hellbrute was named Shelby the Hellby, or Shellbrute the Hellbrute. This is the Nurgle version though, from the second. It's just a second Dark Vengeance Hellbrute sprue. There's a ton of them out there if you go looking, and a guy actually gave this to me for free. I just kind of went to town and did a little bit of modifications and added some Halloween spiders that I got during Halloween time in a big bag of like 100 or whatever. And yeah, so that's Shelby number 2 or 3, and just typical Hellbrute. Plague Marines. Some of these, like this one, are the Chaos side of the Dark Vengeance box set. Others I had from the laying around, but this guy, like for instance, is modded. Like I chopped off his arm and attached a chainsaw that was a bit from a Raptor kit. Right, so a lot of these are bits from random stuff. But then a lot of these Plague Marines, there are a total of 14, which are run as 2 units of 7, so it's like fluffy or whatever. But I think that's the max that Plague Marines can run in anyway. A lot of them are from that Dark Angels Dark Vengeance box set. So for instance, this guy. And I just put glue on him in the same way that I did the Cultists, which I've done another video about, and just did my own Nurgle technique on it, which is just with a brush. And I put on some like Death Guard little decals and then covered him with grime and all that. And yeah, so a lot of these are Dark Angel stuff, but you know, they are now Plague Marines. This guy was the Dark Angel's captain, but I gave him I made his sword a plague sword, so that he can be like a leader of a unit. And I just glued sand to the blade and roughed it up a bit, and so he makes a good, you know, plague champion. Almost dropped him. This guy is my own custom banner or icon because it didn't have one. It's like a little bit of wood plus bits from other stuff, and it's the icon of despair. And then you'll recognize this model from, I did a video a long time ago on my kill team. This is Plastisha Plasmason, and she, you know, is the plasma gun wielder, and now she's joined the Nurgle forces. There, you know, this guy is also from Dark Vengeance, but I run him as the Blight Launcher, the new Nurgle weapon, and another Dark Vengeance plasma guy. So that is elites. Troops, like troop. We already did a video, but these are I got 10 Nurgle cultists done in that same stripe, and then it's got some fun ones like the guy with the goop all over his face and he can't see properly. These bikes are again from the Dark Vengeance set. They were Ravenwing, but now they have joined the forces of Chaos as well. And I've added spikes to them, and that obviously taken off their Imperium logos. We got to get that out of there. That's heresy to Nurgle, the Chaos God, you know. So, Then finally some more Reaper Bones miniatures for 2 Nurgle Chaos Spawn. I might add more. I like Spawn. I like the randomness. Random effects are fun. They're not as fast as they were in last edition. They're kind of nerfed a little bit, but they're still really fun, especially if you use them as like bodyguards for heroes, because, you know, they'll have to shoot at them, and these guys got lots of wounds, and they're freakishly weird, and will randomly all of a sudden have -4 rend and all that. So this one, I believe, was supposed to be Zombie Beholder, but is you know, just a great spawn of Nurgle. I mean, this thing, it was a joy to paint because it was just like dry brush. This dude was Reaper Bones Troll King, but I think he makes a great spawn of Nurgle. And yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed, or it looks like we're gonna be right at 10 minutes here. Oh my God, almost forgot. So we're going past 10 minutes. My Rhino I also Nurglified, and I was very happy with the results. So we got Chaos Rules here on the side. I made everything look super rusty. On the top hatch, we have I Heart Heresy. And then on the back, we have Wash Me. Some Imperium, you know, Cadia guy must have done that. And it's even painted in Nurgle on the inside. I'll rest it. So this thing pivots, and unfortunately, Dirge casters are no longer a thing. Maybe in the Codex they'll be, but I like to run everything WYSIWYG, just because I'm not super. I don't really care about being super competitive, and then also it's easier for me to remember because I'm like, whatever he's modeled with. So anyway, that is the Nurgle Force. Thanks, and let me know what you think. See you in the next one.